What's up everybody, welcome back to Nintendo Land, and I just got done posting a video talking about all the Mario Wonder reviews, and they are unanimously amazing. Everyone loves this game with straight 10s and 9s across the board, which is amazing. But there are a few aspects of Mario Wonder that didn't get a lot of praise, such as it's not a really huge post game, the game is relatively easy, and that's really about it though. But there's one other thing that I talked about in the last video that I want to talk about in its own separate video here, because it's something that I'm very confused with. Now, once again, this is a slight spoiler for the bosses in Super Mario Bros. Wonder. If you do not want to know anything about the bosses, please click out now. It's relatively small, I will tell you that much. But if you still don't want to know anything about these bosses, definitely click out. This isn't the video for you. But let's dive in. So, this is something that actually disappointed me big time, because I actually was leaked of these bosses about a couple of days ago. And after I saw these bosses, I was in shock. There are not many bosses in this game. In fact, there's only around 4 before the final boss. And not every single world has a boss battle, which is kind of weird. Now, maybe Nintendo's big, thing with this game is they're not really focused on boss battles. It's more about the moment-to-moment gameplay, the levels themselves, the wonder events in the levels themselves, than it is about boss battles. And if that's the case, okay, that's fine then. They didn't really want to focus on bosses this time around. But there are bosses in the game, and every single boss battle is Bowser Jr. Let me repeat myself. Every single boss battle in Super Mario Bros. Wonder is Bowser Jr. Now, there's lots of videos out there right now, those YouTubers that always post those boss montages. They are up right now. You can actually go look. They're all Bowser Jr. And as they do look like they pose a lot more of a threat than past Bowser Jr. boss fights, they are not much better. Honestly, I don't even think they are better than some of the Koopaling boss battles we've seen in past 2D Mario games. This is crazy to me. Okay, this is borderline insane. After coming off of all of these new Super Mario Bros. Games with Wii, New Super Mario Bros. U, New Super Mario Bros. 2, they've had very bland boss battles against Boom Boom, Bowser Jr., Koopalings. They just haven't been that exciting. So I think we finally thought we were going to get something special with Super Mario Bros. Wonder thanks to the Wonder Flower and the effects of the Wonder Flower, and even the fact that the developers actually came out and said that they wanted to do something different with bosses this time around, and that they, this was their first priority. And it doesn't look like it, because these are probably some of the most bland and boring boss battles that I have ever seen. Like, genuinely ever seen from Nintendo. I was very, very much upset and let down by this, and of course, I am still going to absolutely love this game. The rest of the game looks phenomenal. Seriously, I've seen things that are going to blow people away when they actually get there. But as far as the boss battles, this one was just confusing to me. If we go all the way back to New Super Mario Bros. On the DS, it had original boss battles. You had Petey Piranha, you had a Monty Mole in a tank, you had Lackid Thunder, you had a giant mummy Pokey. You had all these really cool boss battles, but then something happened where Nintendo fell off and just decided to do nothing but Koopalings. It was Koopalings, 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 and then if it wasn't Koopalings, it was Boom Boom and stuff. But for the most part, we've always had like a very small minor boss battle in a tower, which was the midpoint before getting to the castle. There's no towers in this game, and there's no mid-bosses in this game. It just seems to be, strictly final boss of the world is Bowser Jr. Not every world, only 4 of them. And I've seen these boss fights. I decided to just spoil the rest for myself because I was already like, let's just see what this is. They aren't great. They aren't great. They're not anything super special. They're very average, and you're going to blow through them extremely fast. This was a big letdown for me. Is this a make or break for the game? Absolutely not. There's not that many bosses, so who cares? It's not a make or break, but it is something that I wanted to bring up because it is surprising. It's confusing because Nintendo put so much effort, so much quality, so much detail into this game, from all the character animations, the enemy animations, the backgrounds, the lighting, the colors, the wonder effects, all the crazy wonder effects that you can do. How was that not implemented within boss battles? How was that not implemented within boss battles is insane to me. I mean, in my head, I was expecting like maybe some wonder events that would transform the characters into, different things like that spiked ball or something, and we would have to roll into a specific segment of the boss. Or like when we turn into a Goomba, we'd have to crawl up to the boss and stuff. I can already tell I'm going to be making videos about, what the boss battles could have looked like or something like that. But Yeah, I just feel like with the Wonder events and the crazy wacky things we've seen so far, there was that one where like the characters run on the back wall and like a 3D warped environment. They could have incorporated that into like a big boss where you had to go through like a maze on its back wall in order to get to the top of its head and stomp on its head or something. It's utterly insane. It seriously is crazy to me because I'm coming up with ideas on the fly. Like I'm just sitting here thinking of the potential of what some boss battles could do. And it's also the fact that this wasn't rushed at all. Nintendo had tons of time in order to get this game out. They said that there was no deadline. They started working on this game a very long time ago. I think like back in 2020, they said. So there was no deadline. They were taking their time, throwing in all creative ideas. Was a new interview that said they were throwing in ideas from everyone, like the sound producers, like the musicians, you know, everyone on the team throwing in. They had like over 2,000 sticky notes, I think they said, regarding like different ideas that they can put in this game. And I can't believe no one had the, you know, right mind to say, hold on, why does this game only have 4 boss battles and why is it just Bowser Jr.? Now, I also want to note that Kamek is in the game, but I don't think Kamek is a boss in any capacity. I think Kamek just is like a section where like he helps Bowser or something, or he helps Bowser Jr. towards the end. But yeah, it also explains why Nintendo didn't show this off. And I know a lot of people are going to say, like, Nintendo never really shows off the boss battles. They do. We just sometimes don't know their boss battles. I mean, look at Tears of the Kingdom. We thought they didn't show us a single boss, and they showed us, like, I think it was like 3 or 4 of them that we just didn't even realize that they were going to be boss battles. Yeah, they showed us a lot before the game came out. And I thought it was pretty weird that Nintendo wasn't showing any boss battles besides the same exact first Bowser Jr. one. And it shows it's because they don't have many. They didn't have many to show off, and it looks like it's not really a focus for them in this game for some reason, which is also a little weird. So, yeah, that's probably why we didn't see anything, because there isn't anything to see. Now, granted, yes, maybe that's just speculation eating up. I want to make sure, like, I let you guys know that this is not making me disappointed for the game at all. It does slightly, you know, make me upset about that factor. Of course, it's going to be something that I'm thinking about, like, even when I'm playing the game. I think it is something that should have been taken with more care. But I'm still going to enjoy the game nevertheless. I am super excited about this. This is not just some, you know, covering my eyes and complaining and saying the game's a 4 out of 10. Like, it still looks to me already like a 10 out of 10. I can't wait to just dive into these levels and see the full game for myself and really get, like, my hands on these Bowser Jr. boss battles and see how they feel. But right now, it's not looking the best. But, of course, once again, let me know down below your opinions on this. How do you feel about Bowser Jr.? You know what's funny about this? It's the fact that Nintendo probably heard all of our complaints about how we were tired of the Koopalings. Like, we were all tired of the Koopalings, and then Nintendo said, you know what? Fine. They're gone. You just got Bowser Jr. now. It's hilarious, you know, and it's the first time I'm actually going to say I kind of wish we had the Koopalings. It would have made sense. There's 7 worlds, too. Like, it would have made sense, Nintendo. You should have just put the Koopalings at this point. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this, what you would have wanted to see out of the boss battles. But definitely let me know if this affects you in any way, shape, or form. If it's nothing and you don't care, cool. Like, let's all enjoy the game together. But if something that you really wanted to see and it bothers you, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to read your guys' comments on how this affected you. But thank you so much for tuning in. Leave a like and subscribe before you head out. And like always, I will see you all on the next one. See you guys.